rise up early in the morning, gonna smile at a brand new day, gonna find that good stuff on the way, gonna have that feel-good feeling, never mind if it's here to stay, gonna find that good stuff on the way. Oh yeah, 'cause the sun is shining on me. Yes it is, and there's nowhere I'd rather be. I have more than enough. Oh, I'm swimming in the good stuff. Oh, I'm swimming in the good stuff. La 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 la. Gonna live a little bit different, gonna finish what I've begun, keep those worries on the run, gonna see what's waiting for me, gonna find a new kind of fun, gonna do what nobody thinks can be done. Oh yeah, 'cause the sun is shining on me. Yes it is, and there's nowhere I'd rather be. I have more than enough. Oh, I'm swimming in the good stuff. La 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 la. Good stuff, good, good stuff. I'll run out of answers, I'll run out of time, I'll run out of chances, go out my mind. But I try to remember when it's said and done. By so many measures, I'm the lucky one. The sun is shining on me. Sun shining, sun shining. There's nowhere I'd rather be. Nowhere I'd rather be. Oh, the sun is shining on me. Yes it is. Yes it is. Yes it is. And there's nowhere I'd rather be. I have more than enough. Oh, I'm swimming in the good stuff. La 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 la. Good stuff. Good, good stuff. Oh, oh, oh. La 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 la. Overflow in my cup.
I am inspired by a higher love. 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 So let me love you, love you, love you, let me love you, won't you love me too? Oh yeah. Let me love you, love you, love you, let me love you, won't you love me too? Oh yeah. 'Cause when we love each other, there ain't nothing that we two can't do. Higher, 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 higher. 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 I am inspired by a higher love. 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 So let me love you, love you, love you, let me love you, won't you love me too? Ooh yeah. Let me love love you, love you, love you, let me love you, won't you love me too? Oh yeah. Cause when we love each other, there ain't nothing that we two can't do. Higher, 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 higher. 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 I am inspired by a higher love. 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 So let me love you, love you, love you, let me love you, won't you love me too? Ooh, yeah. Let me love you, love you, love you, let me love you, won't you love me too? Yeah. Cause when we love each other, there ain't nothing that we two can't do. Higher, 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 higher. Higher, 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 higher. Higher, 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 higher. I am inspired.
Good morning and welcome to the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. Those of you who out there on the airwaves, either on Facebook or YouTube, and those who have come in today to be with us in person, which I love. You are welcome here, whatever path you may be on spiritually. Walk with us a little bit today, because we consider ourselves sometimes a transformation station, an opportunity for us to dive deeply into the one life, the one source, and to feel so connected with that loving presence, with that great wisdom, that we are able to change our consciousness and therefore change the conditions in our world. And we are grateful that we are awakening humanity to its spiritual magnificence, and that we do have beautiful spiritual tools for everyday human considerations. And we also are all about co-creating a world that works for all. Right, you know it, don't you? Let's say it again. A world that works for all. That is our vision, and we're sticking to it. We also have a wonderful purpose statement, and I'd invite you to say it with me if you choose to. Living, loving, learning, spirituality that works. And so our opening song today is with our wonderful Eddie Watkins Jr., and it is We Come Together. Take it away, Eddie.
Take a look at the person next to you.
Take a look at the person next to you.
Say, I recognize the God in you.
I recognize the God in you.
Feel the love in the sanctuary.
Feel the love in the sanctuary.
Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
Come together.
In the name of love, we come together.
Come together.
We come together.
We come together.
We come together.
We come together.
In the name of love. Take a look at the person next to you.
Take a look at the person next to you.
Say, God loves me and I love you too.
God loves me and I love you too.
Feel the love in the sanctuary.
Feel the love in the sanctuary.
Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
Come together.
We come together.
Come together.
In the name of love, we come together.
Come together.
We come together.
We come together.
We come together.
We come together.
In the name of love, every walk of life, every creed and color.
So yes, that song was written by Eddie Watkins Jr., but it was performed by our music team some time ago. Isn't it great to have those captured? I really appreciate that. Well, I would talk to the kids, and I'll talk to them anyway, because even though we don't have them here this morning, well, they're out there, and maybe you stopped and put your breakfast down long enough to join us, and that would be great. Or your video games. So good morning, and did you get an extra hour's sleep last night? Did you like that? Wasn't it wonderful? See, the big kids here are agreeing with that too. Yay. We loved it too. It was wonderful. So today is a brand new day. It's the beginning of a brand new month. And we're very, very happy that we're all about gratitude this month. And it isn't just on one day on Thanksgiving. It's every day, because the attitude of gratitude changes everything. It makes our days go better. It makes our world work better. And so we are thrilled to have the opportunity to remember to give thanks all the time. We also have coming up this week is Veterans Day. Now, Veterans Day began as Armistice Day, and that was after World War I, where there was an armistice, there was a peace, and of course, it was believed that there would never be another war, right? Well, that didn't exactly happen that way, did it? And I am a person who doesn't like war or conflict at all. And yet I also recognize that there were brave men and women, still brave men and women, who do what needs to be done until we get to the place that we no longer need or have war in the world. And we must keep our vision toward that beautiful day. In the meantime, what do we have to give thanks for? Everything. Everything. Even the small things. Even being able to get up and see the sun in the morning, or having your loving family around with you, or fussing with your brother or sister. You know, I can give thanks for that too. It means that you're alive and well, and that you're learning how to do relationship. So let's just give thanks every moment of every day that we possibly can. Not only because it's a nice thing to do, but because it changes things. You know, when we come into a sense of appreciation. Appreciation, by the way, means to grow in value. Huh? So when we come into a sense of appreciation, everything we do and everything we experience and every relationship that we have grows in value too. So you know what I'm thankful for right now? You. I'm grateful for you, and I'm looking forward to when you're all back here again. You come in 1 or 2 or 3 at a time, and that's great on a Sunday morning. In the meantime, you are alive and well, and you are loved. Thank you. Come back soon. Right. Let's have a meditation. What do you think about having a meditation now? Oh, there's Cheryl dressed in her eagle shirt because there's a game today at 4 o'clock, right? Okay. Fly, eagles, fly. Let's come into the center of the center. And the way we do that is perhaps just to take a deep, holy breath and feel that life divine moving through our bodies, through our emotions, through our thoughts. For there is refreshment that comes from inviting the life, the one life, to move through us gently and powerfully. Breathing in this divine life, we then release as we breathe out any concern, anything we may have brought in with us that was less than lovely. And we breathe in that divine life and we let it move through our consciousness, and then release it through the exhalation and come into the center. And the way we do that now is to allow the breath to become a bridge to our hearts. We walk across that bridge and we come deeply into the center of our hearts, realizing that our hearts are all being held very tenderly in the cosmic heart itself. And here we rest. And here we give thanks that something beautiful has received us. It is the life of the divine itself. And we are in that sacred embrace, allowing anything unlike the wholeness that is our truth to be dissolved into the natural nothingness from which it came. And we rest in the divine embrace. There is nothing to do, only this to know that there is one life, that life is precious, and that life is right here within us and around us, healing and restoring, awakening us to the infinite possibilities that are here right now. And so let's take a moment now as we begin to move into a few moments of sacred silence. If there is a question in our minds or hearts, let's bring it to the infinite wisdom that abides within our hearts. And let's allow that question to be answered. If there is a challenge in our lives right now, let's bring it also and put it on the high altar of infinite wisdom and allow the answers to be revealed with grace and ease. Come now to the silence, the sacred silence, and listen. Listen with the ear of the heart to every sweet solution. Now, whether the answers have been revealed in this moment or if they will be showing themselves as the day goes on, let's simply give thanks for the continuous opening of our hearts to receive that divine inspiration, to experience our wholeness on every level. We are so deeply grateful that the transformative presence and power within and all around us continues to do its sacred work. So for this and so much more, we are grateful. Namaste. Now I would invite our practitioner of the day, to come forward. And, I'm sorry, Georgie, it's right here. Have a special mic for Georgiana. She'll come forward and give us an opening spiritual mind treatment, which is an affirmative prayer. Georgie. Oh, that's pretty.
Good morning, everybody. I'd like to read to you a statement from Meister Eckhart, and it's from the 365 Science of Mind. This is the A Year of Daily Wisdom from Ernest Holmes. If the only prayer you say in your entire life is, "Thank you," that would suffice. Meister Eckhart. So please join me as we continue in this prayer field that has been activated by Dr. Maxine. As I state our affirmative prayer for today, I'll do it in the first person, so please join me as you choose. And I state this treatment for myself with regards to being so grateful for being grateful. Because the gratefulness that I know, that I feel, It's the gratefulness of knowing that God is my life is God. God is the empowering power of life itself, and generated by love, generated by kindness, generated by life that flows through and by means of me and shows up through me as peace and joy and harmony and wisdom and beauty and truth and so much more. And with all these magnificent qualities of God that threads through all of this and me, I am with a full heart grateful for today. I'm grateful for the God message that flows through and by means of Dr. Maxine as her heart is open wide with gratitude for the God presence. I am grateful for all the activities that took us up into this moment, all of our service teams and the music team and everybody that touched this service, seen and unseen. I'm grateful for all of those that could be here virtually and participate, because there's not a spot where God is not, and the prayer field is everywhere. And I am so grateful as I release this into the law. I know it is received, acted upon, and done. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, George. Now we have an affirmation, and I would invite you to speak it with me if you choose to. There it is. Here and now, I give great and glorious thanks for the infinite possibilities of joyous expression. Now it says here she's supposed to give a talk, so I think I will. Hi. Yay. We have a brand new month, November. That means we have a new theme. And the theme for the month of November is the grateful heart. The grateful heart. And today's talk is, in all things, give thanks. And the quote from Ernest Holmes is, in everything give thanks. Gratitude is one of the chief graces of human existence and is crowned in heaven with a consciousness of unity. Well, crowned in heaven simply means it brings us to a heavenly experience. And those of you who have been hanging out with me for a while know that the Greek word for heaven is uranos, which means that which is forever and ever expanding. So we want to move from any sense of limitation to this great awareness of expansion. And that's what heaven is, because the opposite of that, hell, it simply means being held in. How many of us have experienced hell and heaven right here on earth? That's where it is. Okay, so it brings us to a heavenly experience when we really, truly enter into the heart of gratitude. It lifts us out of the condition, whatever the temporary condition may be, that we're experiencing. And anybody here have conditions from time to time? Yeah, we do. That's the human part of us, and we're grateful that we have our humanness and those experiences that we can finally say, this is temporary, this is not for real, this is not eternal. What's happening right now? Well, it came to pass. It came to pass. It did not come to stay. We want to return to our eternal truth in each of these experiences. So we're able to move into greater possibilities. Now, we're not giving thanks for all things, although that's not a bad idea either. If I give thanks for something that isn't real pleasant, at least I'm looking for the possibilities, what the lessons might be that it's teaching me, the good that I can receive from it. But the important thing here is that we give thanks in all things. In other words, no matter what may be going on around us, we're giving thanks for what? Just giving thanks. It's like Ernest Holmes says, we must love, and we must love because we are the essence of love. Because love is one of the main attributes of the divine, right? Life, love, light, peace, power, beauty, and joy. These are the infinite, eternal qualities of the divine itself. And you and I came right out of the heart of God. You and I came out of the divine life. There's only one life. There's only one life to have or to be. And it's your life. And it's my life. And so love is one of our essential qualities. And Ernest Holmes suggests we don't really need to have an object to love in order to let the love flow, because you and I have within us the essence of love. And as we invite it to come forward into the world, whether it's with a beautiful person or a puppy or a sunrise, whatever it may be that we attach it to at that time, it's the activity then of the essence of love that is within us. And I see it very much the same with gratitude, because we have within us this bountiful, bountiful fountain of thanksgiving that simply is there. And it's essential that we let it express. So we don't have to have a reason to be grateful, but we do need to touch that center of thankfulness within us, because as we do, things change. You see, Thanksgiving is not just a nice response to, oh, that was a nice gift, thank you very much, I appreciate it. It actually, gratitude is causative. When I enter into true thanksgiving, things change, because I'm no longer locked in the ain't it awful. I'm no longer looking to blame. I'm also remembering that the infinite wisdom within me, which is the infinite wisdom within each and every one of us, is bright enough to come back to that place where we are allowing that causative energy that's much larger than a reactive emotion to make a difference in our lives and in our world and in that moment. I'm not focusing then upon how ain't it awful. I am focusing upon what are the possibilities here, because I am giving thanks in whatever that temporary condition may be, not necessarily for it, but in it, right here and now. I am allowing that presence of gratitude within me to come forth, to touch and bless, starting with myself and then any other person who's in my consciousness. Even in uncertainty, even in confusion, and haven't we had enough of that the last couple of years? Even in unpleasantness, it's not only possible, but it is desirable to experience true gratitude. Does this seem impossible? It isn't. How many of you here have actually had the experience of moving into gratitude from whatever else might have been going on? Of course we have. And we're going to do more of it, because I'm here to remind you. Far more than expected or even unexpected thank you for the nice gift is this powerful change maker. When we realize that gratitude is a causative energy, then we have opened up our hearts and minds to become those change agents, to allow things to transform. We place ourselves in the infinite flow of good. And when we do that, we experience abundance, we experience love, we experience health, we experience creativity, we experience joy. Everything is available to us. So what has to change in order for us to experience that? Just my consciousness. And when I enter into Thanksgiving, I instantly bring about a shift. See, an open heart filled with thanksgiving transforms any negative situation into joyous opportunities. You want to hear my holy confession? Okay, you get them from me every now and then, don't you? Okay. I felt unwell yesterday, and I spent the day in bed asleep most of the day. Thank God for that. Sometimes we just need to do what our bodies are directing us to do, right? And it was really strange. It was just a yucky cold, and it was not invited, but there it was. And so I began to invite gratitude in it. But the funny thing was, I always attend Reverend Mike's Saturday morning Science of Mind book study. I've never missed one in the year plus 2, going on 2 years in January, I think you've done this. I never miss one. I awakened at 11 o'clock. It was all over. And I woke up and I went, oh Oh, holy moly. How did I do that? Because my body was wise enough to say, you need the rest. And I'm so grateful. It was absolutely a wonderful thing. I was grateful for some things as well, but not only for the comfy bed, but more so for the loving presence within and around me that was guiding and directing me to do the right and perfect thing. I was amazed and ultimately delighted that I reawakened at 11 o'clock and missed the class. Did you miss me? Okay, thank you. First time ever. So I got up and I fed our beloved yoga dog and ate a little myself, and then I went back to bed. It was really wonderful, and I feel great. It sounded a little funny, but that's okay. This is the remnants. What was I grateful for? I was grateful for life. I was grateful for love's restorative power. I was grateful for the presence. And it is this causative energy that transforms and uplifts. I can remember the story about Ernest Holmes, and it was Frank Richelieu who came to class one day. He was a beloved minister in Redondo Beach, California, Frank Richelieu. And Frank came to class one day with a box of Kleenex and a big red nose, and Ernest said, well, what's it going to be, 1 or 2 tissues or the whole box? Reminding him that he had something to say about choosing to move through it with grace and ease, and that it doesn't need to take a long time. I think it's a good thing for us to realize that we can have instantaneous healings, and we also can simply shorten the time of some condition that we hadn't invited, and yet there it is. So I am grateful for the causative energy of gratitude. And in realizing that power, we all become more greatly empowered, don't we? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the gratitude. So beliefs in separation dissolve into unity, and limitation into creativity, and lack into abundance, and dis-ease into wholeness when we enter into this beautiful, loving presence and feel the thankfulness. I have seen estranged couples open their hearts to gratitude, and then they remember how precious they are to each other. I have known about writer's block and painter's stuckness. I just made that one up. I've seen it dissolve when they've entered into true thanksgiving. When they stop trying to push the river, make things happen all by themselves. You see, we have a great creative power within us. And when we try to do things by our own hand, or as most of you know, when my grown-up eldest son, when he was 2, would say to me, I want to do it my by self. We get into the I got to do it my by self. Instead of recognizing that there's a presence and a power that's greater than we are, and yet right where we are, that can make things different. We don't have to remain into that place of stuck. Have you ever lived in the state of stuck? You should move. Not a good place to live. So those blocks, those limitations dissolve when we enter into Thanksgiving. Thankful for the presence, thankful for the power. Thank you for the creative intelligence of this universe working through me. That changes everything. And when we gratefully bless the abundance that we have, whatever that might be, no matter the size of it, no matter the shape of it, it can instantly begin to increase and it into a greater expression of prosperity, whatever that means to you. And so things change with giving thanks. You know, when people have come to me in counseling and have said, you know, I just can't seem to get the prosperity to flow in my life, and I'm lacking here and there. I have a job, but it's not very satisfying. I will invite the person to start blessing what they have. You know, we bless like Jesus blessed the loaves and they multiplied. Beautiful, beautiful story. And we bless what we have, and it appreciates, it grows, right? So we begin by blessing what we have right here and right now. We begin by blessing the work that we have. And you know what happens when we change our mind about a work situation that we didn't love? One of two things tends to happen. Either things will change and we become more in tune and more in harmony with our purpose in being there, and we contribute even more to the office, to the company, whatever it is that we're working with and for. We either find ourselves really having a good time and enjoying our work and maybe getting a promotion, or life moves us out into another experience. But gratitude is the key to it, isn't it? Feeling really grateful and blessing everything and everyone where we are makes a beautiful difference. Now, what about when we're dealing with a temporary human condition, physical condition? Well, we want to enter into thanks for the unimpeachable wholeness of the universe. I love the Meister Eckhart quote that you used this morning, Georgie. And another one that's a favorite of mine is the unimpeachable wholeness of the universe. Some of these Catholic mystics really had it, didn't they? They knew it. And that was beautiful. That's one of my favorite phrases. I move almost instantly from whatever seemed to be ailing into a sense of loving wholeness when I remember that the unimpeachable wholeness of this universe cannot be changed. It is present at all times. Why wouldn't I open up and experience it then? I would be silly not to. And I've been accused of being silly, but that's okay. In a different situation is fine. I want to be open to that beautiful expression of aliveness. And it powerfully lifts us out of any temporary health condition. So why don't we begin here and now? I love living at the corner of here and now, don't you? Not spending a lot of time in the past and the way things were, and I wish they'd been different now. That is not helpful. And not spending a lot of time futurizing and worrying. And instead, I want to live at the corner of here and now. So let's begin at here and now to rejoice and to give thanks for the loving presence which gives generously of itself at all times to everyone without exception. And you know, you and I can model how we are centers of this divine consciousness simply by living it fully and letting other people see, perhaps I don't need to live in limitation. Perhaps lack is not really my natural birthright. Your birthright is love and prosperity and wholeness and creativity and joy. And the more we give thanks for that innate presence, the more we open ourselves to this joyous expression of life itself. I also not only want to continue to give thanks for the loving presence which gives so generously to all of us, but also for the perfect law of mind that responds to our belief and acts upon it. Jesus taught this so simply, didn't he? It is done unto you according to your belief, not according to your hope or your wish, but to your belief. So our belief, our basic belief, is that there is one life, that it is a life divine, and that it is creative and brings everything out of itself into physical manifestation. I look at this room and the beautiful people in it, and I think, wow, look what God did. And so I love seeing and experiencing and rejoicing in how the law of mind brings about every created expression. And you and I are co-creators with this divine life. That's a joyous responsibility, isn't it? You and I have been given a mind which is some part of the divine mind. So we have access to all of that divine intention. What is your divine intention for being here? What difference are you making in this world? The more you rejoice and give thanks for being here, I believe the more it's revealed to us as to what is our part to play. And we are so creative. We're so creative as a human race that we have used this law of mind upside down, haven't we? And we've created some terrible conditions in the world. Not you and I, but the whole human race. And so we need to awaken to our spiritual magnificence, don't we? We need to awaken to being co-creators in this world. Find out, what is my dharma? What is my particular path? What is mine to do? I like to ask myself that every day when I wake up. What is mine to do? How is Spirit going to show up in me to express greater health and love and wisdom and joy and creativity in my life? And how can I make a difference in the greater world? I like asking those questions. And when I do, I get answers. You do too, don't you? We listen with our hearts, with the ear of our heart. And we begin to see with the eye of our heart. And we're guided. And we're inspired. And we continue to give thanks in all things. In all things. Will you say with me, I am grateful for God's constancy.
I am grateful for God's constancy.
I am thankful for infinite possibilities.
I am thankful for infinite possibilities.
I choose the heavenly experience
I choose the heavenly experience
of unlimited good today.
of unlimited good today.
I like your enthusiasm. And so, my beloveds, beginneth our lesson. Thank you. Well, you think I should spend the day in bed before Sunday more often? Okay. I am grateful for all of you. I am grateful for life itself. And I'm grateful that this is the time of our offertory, because it gives me an opportunity to share my abundance with this center. I share my abundance with, where is that abundance? I brought it in. Oh, there it is. Thank you, abundance. It gives me an opportunity to remember that every good gift in my life comes directly from the heart of the divine. And so this center is the closest channel for the source of my spiritual good. And so if it is yours as well, thank you for giving. We have so many ways to give, as you know. Some give online. There it is. It's a little small, but there are there are ways that you can give online. Some of us, Joe, though, like myself, love to just take this check and put it in this crystal ball. It just feels good to do that. If you happen to be giving cash today, then please use an envelope that's near the bowl and put your name on it. Don't you like getting credit for things? Don't you like being thanked? So let's see, can we read we have, one of our computers is out today, which is why everything is kind of small up there. Can you read? Oh, look at, Payson, I want to thank you so much. You have stepped in, you are doing a remarkable job, and we are so grateful to you. Thank you, Payson Burt. All right, so Payson made that large enough for us to read. Thank you. Together, I choose to celebrate prosperity. Divine love blesses my gift. It is my acceptance of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with this center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless. It returns to me multiplied abundantly, and I am prospered, and so it is.
With these eyes I will see, with this heart I will be, opening wide, turning inside, I am listening. With this love I will lead, with this grace I will breathe, deepening peace, fear I release. receive. Spirit, know my name, call me home, and light these darkened days. Oh, Spirit, show your truth in all we do. Let love be our legacy. With these eyes I will see, with this heart I will be, opening wide, turning inside. I am listening. With this love I will lead, with this grace I will breathe, deepening peace, fear I release. I am ready to receive. Spirit, know my name, call me home, and light these darkened days. Oh, Spirit, show your truth in all we do. Let love be our legacy. With these eyes I will see, with this heart I will be, opening wide, turning inside. I am listening. With this love I will lead, with this grace I will breathe, deepening peace, fear I release. I am ready to receive. Spirit, know my name, call me home, and light these darkened days. Oh, Spirit, show your truth in all we do. Let love be our legacy. Oh, let love be our legacy. Yes, let love be our legacy.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the AV booth. I'm way back here, but I'm going to leave the image up there so that you don't have to crane your necks. I'm Payson Burt. I'm the Vice President of the Board of Trustees. Here we go. Yay! Yay! With fun little buttons to push, too. And I'm here with today's announcements. If I can turn that off. All right. Welcome, everyone. We are thrilled to have you here today, wherever you are, whether here or out in the ether. Thanks so much to Dr. Maxine. Thank you. That was a wonderful talk, Dr. Maxine. It was, coming up to Thanksgiving and everything just gave us a wonderful perspective going into things. So thank you. First of all, we'd like to thank Joe and Lady Joe Lurkwin for sponsoring today's celebration. Yay! It's in recognition and appreciation of Dr. Maxine and Reverend Mike, who put such loving care into their daily thought-provoking and inspiring love notes, which you can always view on our YouTube channel and Facebook page on www. What that says there, cslphilly.org, and I'm doing this. That's the YouTube information. Okay, that's on our Facebook page. I know many of you have received our annual intentional giving program information in the mail, and then there was a Friday follow-up email reminder. By giving this your careful consideration and returning your annual commitment for 2022 as quickly as possible, the board will be able to develop a budget that falls within that expected income. It is important that we have your input within the next week. That's the end of it. If you have any questions about the program, you may email our treasurer, Karen Davis, at kmdavis0331@gmail.com. I don't have a slide for that, sorry. I'll repeat that. That's Karen Davis, kmdavis0331@gmail.com. Okay, for those of us who are here today, the bookstore is open. Be sure to stop by and reacquaint yourselves with our many spiritual books, inspirational gifts, and the November Science of Mind magazine. And it's getting close to getting into the holiday season now for Christmas gifts. Can't wait for that. If you are watching us and enjoy our Sunday celebrations and love notes on our Facebook or YouTube channel, please be sure to like, to subscribe, or to share with others. When you subscribe, you will receive notices when our Sunday celebration and our daily love notes are uploaded. Our celebrations begin every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. We are also holding a meditation session in our meditation room starting at 10 a.m. Our goal is to provide a safe environment, and we are following all CDC and local guidelines, and at this time we are requiring masks. For those of you who join us in person, we ask that you be considerate of those who are wearing red or yellow name badges in terms of keeping safe distances. Here's the name badge right there, right there. Mine's green. And where am I? Yeah, keeping safe distances. We will continue to live stream for all those who choose to watch from the comfort of your homes. As a reminder, to view from home, just visit our website, www.cslphilly.org, and click on the orange Watch Live button. So I think if you're watching right now, you probably figured that out. And also, though, to see all our virtual love notes and past Sunday celebrations. All right, that's it for the announcements. Thank you all, and have a great week. Hold on a second. I have papers all over the soundboard. Hold on a second.
Wow, now we're awake. Well, the first Sunday of the month is typically Birthday Sunday, when we once again are able to have refreshments here. Do you miss those? Ah, right. Well, we always bring in a birthday cake the first Sunday of each month, but we've not been able to do that. So we just have a virtual celebration. And so I would ask anyone who was born in the month of November to stand so we can sing to you. There's Mary. There's Lady Joe. All right. Oh, we have it. Okay. Ready? Hit it, Maestro.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Now, that was fun. So we'll have a cake another time. So again, a great celebration, just being together is always so satisfying to me. Thank you for coming to play each Sunday. And if you can't be here in person, thanks for tuning in, because a lot of you do. And do you like watching in your pajamas? You may. Okay, good. All right, then we're going to have our closing song, which today is a new one to me, and it is called Love is the Only River. I like that. Mm-hmm.
from the same place. We all live in this world together. It doesn't matter who's right, it doesn't matter who's wrong. If we don't all get along much better,
Show each other more respect, then maybe we could connect and stop taking all these things for granted.
you think that you're all alone, but we all share the same home. Let's join together and save the planet. If you love the world, it'll love you back. No matter who you are, no matter where you're at. If you love the world, it'll love you back. No matter who you are, no matter where you're at. Love is the only river holding the world together. Love is the only river. We're all in this together. We are the ones who can change. We are all one and the same. We are the ones who can turn the tide.
Doesn't matter who we are, 'cause hand in hand we'll go far. Let's get together and show our pride.
And if we all do our part, a new era can start. Never forget that you're not alone.
We're taking the world by storm. We're proud of how we were born. One love is all we need. One love is all we need.
Love is the only river. Love is the only river holding the world together. Holding the world together. Love is the only river. Love is the only river. We're all in this together.
Peace and unity Love is the only river.
I'd like to see that again, wouldn't you? That was wonderful, wonderful. So let's know this together, that we are swimming in this beautiful river of love, that something wonderful is expressing itself in, through, and as each of us as we leave here today. It is with hearts overflowing with gratitude, and we do give thanks, and so it is. Mm-hmm. Oh. Yay!